Have you ever met those people who simply refuse to post their photos online? Like you'll scroll through their Instagram and it looks like a museum of things that aren't them. Sunsets, coffee, random dogs they met once. A blurry picture of a cloud they claim looks like a dolphin. Meanwhile, the actual human, missing, completely extinct. You start to wonder if they're avoiding the internet because they're wanted by Interpol. But no. They're right there in real life, eating chips and laughing like a normal person. Then you finally ask, "Bro, why don't you ever post your pictures?" And they hit you with something dramatic like, I'm not photogenic." First of all, none of us are. If humans were born photogenic, we wouldn't have invented filters. We'd just wake up glowing like ring lights. But no. We wake up looking like someone who lost a fight with their pillow. And you know the funniest part? The people who say they're not photogenic are always the ones who look perfectly fine. Meanwhile, I take one selfie and suddenly I'm questioning every decision my ancestors ever made. My front camera will humble me so violently, I start scrolling through my gallery just to remind myself I'm not actually shaped like a confused triangle. But let's talk about the extreme cases. The dramatic ones. The ones who treat posting a picture like it's a top-secret government mission. They'll take a selfie, look at it for half a millisecond, and delete it with the same speed someone deletes browser history when a guest asks for their phone. Nobody must ever see that. Calm down, Mission Impossible. That was just your face, not a leaked nuclear code. And then we have the perfectionists. Oh God. These people will take 247 photos of themselves, pick none, and blame everything. The lighting wasn't giving. You were in your room. What lighting are you talking about? The bulb. My angle wasn't angling. You have one face, not a Rubik's Cube. What angles are we solving for? My favorite excuse, the vibe wasn't vibing. My sister in Christ, you were standing still. Then you have the hyper-private ones. They think posting a simple picture will invite witches, demons, the ancestors, spirits, the Illuminati, and 3 jealous cousins to come attack them spiritually. I don't want people to see my face. Sir, everyone sees your face every day in real life. The taxi driver has seen you. The supermarket cashier has seen you. But somehow your aunt's friend's neighbor from Gaborone is the one who will ruin your life through a Facebook photo? Okay. And don't get me started on the ones who always say, "I'll post when I glow up." They said this in 2018. They're still saying it in 2025. At this point, I don't think they're waiting to glow up. I think they're waiting for reincarnation. But here's the twist. Sometimes the psychology behind people who don't post is actually wholesome. Sometimes they're shy. Sometimes they don't like attention. Sometimes they're avoiding that one relative who will zoom in all the way to the pores and ask the stupidest questions like, "Why does your left ear look stressed?" Or that friend who comments, "Who is this?" under your picture. Your own face. That's how identity crises are born. And then there are the people who genuinely don't care. They just don't think about it. They're living life, drinking juice, going to work, eating chips, and sleeping like a peaceful cow. Meanwhile, the rest of us are over here posing like broken giraffes, trying to find that one flattering angle. But let's be honest, all of this pressure we feel, it's not even real. Because the truth nobody wants to admit is this. Nobody is analyzing your picture the way you think they are. Everyone is too busy analyzing their own forehead, wondering why their nose looks different every time they open the camera. People don't even see you deeply. They scroll, double tap, move on, and forget. Meanwhile, you're sitting there with 86 deleted selfies, asking the universe why your face betrayed you. And the funniest part? When you finally post a photo, after months or even years of silence, people will react like you dropped a new album. OMG, you're alive? Yes, Brenda, I was alive. I was just hiding from my front camera. There's a difference. So what's the lesson here? The psychology of people who don't post their photos isn't just insecurity. It's perfectionism, paranoia, laziness, bad lighting, fear of judgment, Trauma from one ugly school photo, or simply the universal human experience of being humbled by a camera lens. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Post the picture or don't. Life continues. The sun rises, the world spins, and someone, somewhere, is still taking 356 selfies just to choose the one that looks exactly like the first one they took. And if that isn't peak human behavior, I don't know what is.